The Green Mountain State is next up. Vermont. How you guys doing? My smart movers. Let's take it there. Vermont is a state for ideal people. It's ideal for people who love outdoors. It's ideal for remote workers. It may be ideal for some retirees. It's an ideal state, but it's not ideal if you want a job in a specialized field. It's not ideal if you hate the winter, that blistering cold. It's not ideal if you're budget conscious. So let's move forward with Vermont. Like I said, this is an ideal state. You either with it or you're without it, okay? There's no in between here. All right, so we got some breathtaking natural beauty, low crime rates, strong local food and farm culture, some progressive policies, 4 seasons that this state gives you. So the population is very low. It's the second smallest state as far as population. 650,000. That's it. That's like the population in 100 square miles in Jersey. So there you go. Net migration is slightly positive, though. You still got 2,000 people. Imagine 2 people this year. 2,000 people moving in. But who's coming in? It's remote workers. It's retirees. It's outdoor enthusiasts. The backyard off-gridders. Who's leaving? Young adults. They're seeking bigger and better job markets. Vermont seriously has more cows than people. Okay? Unemployment rate is below average. 2.8 is the unemployment rate. The top industries: agriculture, tourism, manufacturing. Ben & Jerry's is there. I think Ben & Jerry's was in the news recently. I saw something pop across the screen like Ben & Jerry's. I think somebody stepped down, got fired, whatever. CEO, I don't know. But Ben & Jerry's ice cream, it's good on a late night. And then you'll be regretting it in the morning. Healthcare is also a top industry. The average salary in Vermont to live is lower than the national average. It's $58,000. The recent developments coming out of Vermont: remote worker location grants. So that's why you're seeing they have people flooding there, right? Especially, well, not flooding, 2,000. And they're giving a $10,000 incentive for remote worker relocation. There's a growing tech scene in Burlington. BTV, baby. Cannabis industry expansion is going on there as well. Let's talk about the housing market. So it's coming in a little higher in Burlington. We're at $425. That's above the national average. $425. The average rent is $1,800. I had this place here. Let me get the sound. Let me practice it. Let me practice this right here. Montpelier. Okay. Thank you, Google. Montpelier. Okay. Montpelier is $350,000, and the for the median home price, the average rent is $1,500. Rutland is $250,000, $1,100. Rural areas $200,000 plus, and then you're seeing $900 plus for the average rent price. So the key trends is happening here in real estate. So prices are up 8% year over year. It's a competitive market for modest homes, Inventory is extremely tight, only 1.5 months supply. So let's break down the cost of living right now to see why there's 650,000 people there, why they're giving some money to come in the state, and why people are leaving. This will tell it all right here. Income tax, 3.35% to 8.75%. It's a progressive rate. Property tax is very high. It's 1.86%. Sales tax is 6%. No tax on groceries or clothing. Utilities is 20% above national average. Can you guess why? It's that cold, baby. Brr, it's that cold. Gas prices, we're looking at about an average of $3.45. And then car registration, $76 to $140 based on weight. So the unique costs here that are coming from Vermont is the home heating oil. It's a major winter expense for them. Car inspections, you do have to pay annually, 25 to $50 annually on that. Quality of life, you got top ranked public schools in Vermont. Healthcare, you got UVM Medical Center. It's the best in the state. Commute times is under 25 minutes for most residents. There's no one there. There's no one on the road. Crime is the lowest in New England. So here's some things to know about Vermont. There's no billboards allowed. So you're not going to go there and see all these. You ever drive down a highway? What is the priority? Like if I was a billboard owner, I would only lease my billboard, rent my billboard out to lawyers on highways, right? It seems like that's the gatekeeper right there on highways. And what does it say? Are you injured? There's a subconscious things that goes behind that. It's a mental thing. Are you injured? Just had an accident? Call Morgan and Morgan. Call Goldstein and Goldstein. And it's like, I hate looking at those billboards because something, and they do it for a reason, right? And it says it right across the thing, huge as hell, probably in some red letters, accident. And it prompts something that your subconscious is thinking about. I'm telling you, go deeper in that. There is a reason for that. And there's a reason that you see those billboards, especially accident, injured, all of that along the highway. You're about to get in an accident, basically is what it's saying. And the last thing you will remember is the big red sign. Let me go. Let me go. Okay. Capital City has no McDonald's. Okay. Legal requirements to rescue neighbors in need. All right. So back on the psychological tip of that, because it's just in my head. I got to get it out. I'm sorry, Vermont. Sometimes I have these little rants in these videos, and I'm sorry. So back in the day, right? And you have to wonder, if you get in a car accident, your insurance goes up even if you're at no fault, right? And that's why they started having accident forgiveness and these little different features of the insurance company that'd be like, oh my God, my insurance won't go up with this one. And, State Farm and all of these things. But there is a reason, a very psychological and subconscious reason why insurance companies will increase your rate, increase and raise your price after you've gotten an accident and it not being your fault at all. And there's a study that happened, I think in the 20s, 30s, whatever, don't quote me. But the study said, because you got in an accident, subconsciously, you're always prone to another. You're always prone to another accident. So whoever did this study for the insurance companies knows that subconsciously, your mind, in the back of your mind, you will either think about an accident since the last accident you have had. Thinking about an accident will ultimately magnetize and bring you in and have more affinity for another accident. All right, that's it. Let's go back to the Green Mountain State. I'm sorry, I just had to get that off my chest. All right, so let's talk about the climate. Winter is November to April. You got 30 to 100 inches of snow expected yearly there. Summer is perfect, 70 to 80. It's brief, but it's glorious. Fall, oh my God. This is when everyone goes to Vermont. This is when you want to drive through Vermont. You want to go up 91. You want to go see the foliage. You want to go check out the changing colors of the trees. You want to go make sure all roads lead to Vermont in the fall. World class. And then there's a mud season, which is obviously some real thing that they have. Mud season. Okay, best places to live: Burlington, Montpelier, I swear, Woodstock, Stowe, Battleboro. All right, so would you move here? Is it worth the cost? It is an expensive state. Can you handle the Vermont winters for the quality of life that you could possibly get in Vermont until February and January? Well, really November? Would you consider moving to Vermont? Listen, I got a website now. It's drizzyreport.com. And in it, you will get all the tools, resources, everything that you see here, it's there. And it's there and packaged and with a nice little bow for you. So I want to help people move smarter. And overall, thank you so much for watching today. Also, thank you for listening to the rant. If you know what I'm talking about, maybe you could explain it a little more eloquent than I can. But definitely that's a thing. So thank you for listening to that. Up next, we got another state. I don't know which one we're going to go to next. But if you're in Vermont thinking about leaving, tell me why. What are you loving there? Drop your stuff in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like it. We drop videos like this a couple of times a day, if not more. So we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.